what's kind of your favorite memory of him, either sports related or non-sports related? Whichever y'all want to go with. What are some of your favorite memories?
Well, I think one of mine is just is just my softball seasons. Every softball season, he knows every single one of my players. It started back when I was at Moody to today. Even these last couple months that he got really sick, he would still ask about my girls and still knew certain players, and he may have forgotten a couple names, but he would describe them and we would know what he was talking about. So memories as far as that is just, he was always so excited for my softball season. And he just loved my girls, every single one of them from, like I said, from my Moody days to now. So that's going to be my memory that I'm always going to keep, is every softball season. It's going to be for him.
Yeah. One of the memories that's really cool. I mean, I had the privilege of coaching with him at A&M-Kingsville and A&M-Corpus. And so I was in a lot of wars with him. And I remember in 2003, we're playing University of Texas, and they're ranked #1 in the country. And we're in the dugout, and he looks at me, and he's like, "We're 1 out away. You know that, right?" And I said, "Yeah, it was really cool." Because that was a big moment for him, in his coaching career. And, and that showed like his persona. That's who he is. He took down a lot of walls, being a minority college coach. There's very few when he broke in, and to see him, knock off #1 Texas in 2003, it signified everything that he is. He was a warrior. He was a trailblazer, and he's going to be he left his mark.
Trey, any for you, Trey, that jump out to you?
Just, besides the obvious, baseball and sports, he was always there for us, in anything. But I just always have a memory of, fishing with my dad, and, that he was passionate about it, and he passed that on to me. And, it's something I always remember, going out and fishing with my dad, and, but, also, every game, I take comfort in knowing that, he's a part of it. He's going to be there with me, every game, he's been there, whether he's there physically or not, he's definitely going to be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember one memory.
100%.
I know one memory that really sticks out was when Trey was playing and they were in the state championship game, and he struck out to end the ball game, and that was a big deal because it was a big moment, and it was a low time in Trey's little, young baseball career, but he went out to the field and he hugged him. And so he doesn't show a lot of emotion in front of people, but that was a cool deal. It was really cool.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure Orlando, I know you did for sure at Moody, and I'm sure growing up, y'all all played for him at some point, even in Little League and stuff. What was he like? What was it like playing for y'all's dad, as a coach? What was that like for y'all?
Well, I'll tell you what, he took it very serious, and he understood that, the coach's kid is always going to be talked about, and he always made sure that there was no favoritism. And I mean, when I was growing up, I know in the All-Stars, in 9, 10, 11, 12, he'd come over to the practice and they go, "Coach, can you practice our team?" And I'm like, "Oh man, that means that I'm going to be the last batter, and I'm going to be the last, and I'm not going to start." And then, and that's what he would do. And in the All-Stars, I'd come off the bench because he just didn't want to show any favoritism. But that was him, man. He believed in being fair, and he never, he always ran a tight ship. And it didn't matter if it was us or anybody else, but he was, he was going to beat your butt. He didn't care if he was playing against his own kids. He wanted to win. And that's why it's just amazing how he fought through all of this, and we were able to enjoy him a couple more months. And man, what a warrior what a warrior he was.
How tough has it been for the last 8-9 months or so?
It's been extremely tough. I mean, he's been in and out of the hospital for 9 months. He had a stint for a month, and then he got out. And the first time he went in, they basically said, he doesn't have a chance. That there's no way. He had multi-organ failure. I sent out some tweets and stuff just for prayers. And the response was unbelievable, man. We had over 60,000 people in one tweet, and God went to work and brought him home. And all we were asking for is come home one more time. He came home for about a month, went back in for 3 months, and he came back again, and he went back in, and it's just it was very hard for us, but at the same time, God wasn't ready for him, and we have cherished every moment. Yesterday we ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner together, and man, he was talking. He was dad. He was there, and so we're just grateful that God gave us more time with him, and that people around South Texas were able to know him and to appreciate, what he did. And that gives us comfort.
So for all of y'all, out of all of his accomplishments, what are y'all most proud of him for?
Well,
and if you need to think about it, that's, you can think, I know he's got a laundry list of them. So what are y'all most proud of him for?
I know myself, the one thing that I'm super, super proud of is the fact that he I don't know where it came from, but he started select baseball here in Corpus when he moved in from Laredo. And I'm like, where did that come from? You started year-round baseball. And he started the Moody Hall of Fame. He started, I don't know, 3 or 4 programs. Moody High School, I remember I sat down with him and I said, Dad, when did that all start? He goes, well, I was at Miller and our record was, he said their record was like 14-2. And he said, the next year Moody takes me over there and we go 14-2 and Miller goes 2-14. And he said, it was awesome, man, because everything just started. The community got behind him. And from Moody, it took him into college ranks, and he gave so many kids an opportunity to play at the next level. I can't even tell you how many high school coaches went through him, and even umpires. I talked to umpires, and they go, he gave me my first college shot to umpire in college, and I'm like, I never really thought about it like that, but that's pretty cool, so those are the memories that I'm always gonna be, live. It's gonna live within me, and hopefully with a lot of people here in South Texas on what he did and helped them down the road.
Paula, Trey.
Well, what I'm super proud of is it doesn't matter where I go. I could be playing in a tournament out of town, anything. It doesn't matter where I go, but as soon as they find out, just the Salinas name, the first person they talk about is my dad. It's that's something that every time I already know what they're going to say. And that's something I'm super proud of that I'm going to be able to have the rest of my life. I mean, and now with everything going on, there's going to be more people coming out and say, man, that was your dad, and that's just something I'll be able to treasure forever. When I get on that field, everybody knows who my dad was. And so that's something I'm going to treasure forever, because I know from here till I'm done coaching, wherever I go, they're going to know, what's in me, and that's my dad. So I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. It took a while to understand, just, because it's your dad and he's always helping people, and you're like, hey, I want my dad here too. But it's awesome to see how many people that he has really, that have reached out. Man, your dad is, you don't know, where I'd be without him. And it's just something that I'm very proud of for sure.
Oh, for sure. I always joke. I always call him the godfather of Corpus baseball. So he, just seeing all you and y'all's kids and everything, it's pretty amazing seeing that tree being extended. So, anything else y'all want to? I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. Anything else y'all want to add about your dad?
My dad was super proud of his 10 grandchildren, and it turned into that after his coaching career, ended. It turned into his kids, to his grandkids, and that's what kept him going. He really enjoys, seeing them play. He really enjoyed seeing them go and play, games. And I mean, that's all he wanted to do. He's like, who's playing here? Who's playing there? And that was his world. And out of those 10 grandchildren, I mean, I'm telling you, we got some more little baseball players coming out, and we're super excited, that Grandpa put that baseball seed in us, and we're forever going to be grateful.
Yeah. And we just want to tell everybody that we are getting everybody's messages, text messages. That, I mean, it's really neat to see all the outpouring that we're getting from the community from right away. And we just want to let everybody know that we really appreciate it. All the text messages and just all the phone calls and everything going on. So we know that everybody loved our dad, and we appreciate everybody for reaching out to us.
Yeah, and I know up until this year when he had the strength, he still was trying to help kids and, looking to help anybody out. And, and it wasn't for him to get exposure or anything. It was real. He did it because he really enjoyed helping people, and that's something that I can really look back at. And I have a lot of pride, where I come from and what my dad has done for his community.
Yeah.
No doubt. I promise y'all, there will never be another like him in South Texas. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best to keep his legacy alive, and hopefully in the near future. One of our plans is we would like to give out a Coach of the Year, the Hector Salinas Coach of the Year award. I think that would be awesome, man. A guy that is all about the community, a guy that cares for his kids. That's the guy we would love to honor my dad with. The Coach of the Year. That's how we know our dad. My dad, when they would say, who's this? And I go, this is Coach Salinas. And they would be, oh, I know Coach. And so we have some plans that we'd like to keep his legacy going and honor people that are doing the same stuff that my dad did for many, many years.
That's awesome. I think that'd be a perfect tribute.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all very much for taking the time today. I know y'all didn't have to, so thank y'all very much.
No, thank you too.